Eric Hammer here, registered physiotherapist. Today I'd like to talk to you about the importance of the position of your shoulder blade. But before I continue, please hit that subscribe button below so you'll be notified about any new videos that I have here on my channel. So essentially, the shoulder blade, it plays a really important component in terms of the function of the shoulder joint. And so what I'm referring to in this regards is, depending on where the shoulder blades are situated on your back here in the thorax area, can determine from a biomechanical perspective how our shoulders are being used, and can impact and potentially influence injuries or the ways that we are going to move. So for example, there's a term called the winging of the shoulder, which winging of the shoulder blade, which is essentially when the shoulder blades are off of the rib cage and are moved very much forward. So you'll see this, I'm just going to show you from the side, in individuals that have a very kyphotic or rounded shoulder position, where we're like this. And so essentially, as I mentioned, those shoulder blades, the ends of the shoulder blades, they basically protrude outwards. And so that's why it's called a winging scapula. And so with a winging scapula, there's going to be all sorts of potential problems with this. Number one, the patient might be more prone to something, for example, like an impingement syndrome, which what happens here is when we're raising up the arm, there's a compression of a bursa or a tendon in a space between one of the bones off of your shoulder blade called your acromion and the head of your humerus. So that's one factor. There might be issues just in terms of how the rotator cuff muscles maneuver as a result of this lack of stability within the shoulder blade. So that's one example. And a lot of this, again, would be based on muscle imbalances and certain muscles being weak and other muscles being tight. Another example might be a shoulder blade where there's a lot of adduction. So essentially, when the shoulder blades are well back and there might be an overuse, let's say, of the rhomboids and an overuse perhaps of the upper traps, this can lead to all sorts of problems in terms of neck tension. So again, there's all sorts of different components to factor in when we're looking at the shoulder blade. And later I'll actually get on to certain exercises that we can do to strengthen, right, some of the muscles that are important in terms of keeping the shoulder blade in a neutral position in videos coming up. If you have any specific questions or concerns for me, feel free to leave a comment below, and check with a physiotherapist to make sure that this exercise is appropriate for you. And thanks again for watching. Take care. Bye.